Hello and welcome to today's Classic Order Gameplays TV show. Today we'll be talking about glass technologies, robotics of tomorrow, and the GBO2 world, and also Gundam Mechabots. And I hope you all have a wonderful time coming to enjoy today's show. And if you haven't subscribed, punch that button and hit that thumbs up with a smile blasting in our faces. Whoa! And I hope you come and sit back, as this is going to be a long talk on topics that we may have to worry about or be happy for. Who knows? Let's go. Well, in today's subject of topics that kind of sparks a lot about technology of tomorrow is Microsoft's coming out with Windows 12. And man, does it look amazing. I like the look of it. I know it was leaked. It kind of showed that it was leaked to begin with. But I'm happy to see this. And also, it's working to AI advantage by 2025. If you don't have Windows 11, well, you're going to be out of luck. Everything is, I guess, getting cut for what I hear. And compared to other times when they have done this, most likely the version of Windows actually lasted and ran. But what they're doing, they're making way for AI technology, for what I know. But you don't know how this will play out. It might be like go for a couple of days before something actually gets finally. They might have a finalization when it will close down, to prepare people to actually invest into new PC systems, new computers with Windows 12 or 11. So if you don't have anything with 11, it is going to be cut. That is the first thing I want to bring to the table. It kind of sucks, especially when you just get a new PC. You just get something brand new on the table, and now you have to buy something all over again after all this change. So I don't know what direction, because I can't predict the future on Microsoft's plans, but I love the look of it. I think the feel is going to be great. Hopefully it looks like they have the Windows slide bar directly by choice where you're going to have it. Hopefully it will be kind of like 98, have it anywhere you want to place it. As well, speaking of the next another topic, thing to bring up onto topic is the glass technology Microsoft's doing. It's kind of interesting seeing how this has progressed over the last couple of years, because cell phone companies wanted to do it, and Adam Savage and Jamie from Mythbusters brought this up about how hard it is to do this technology, how interesting it is, and how companies have tried to do it. And now Microsoft's doing it with hard drives. And also our motherboards might be looking like this in the near future. Solid glass. Now, this stuff's supposed to be like a bulletproof base and more indestructible. But the situation is it might be more aggressively cheaper stuff that would actually break. And depending what companies that go full expense for how expensive this stuff will be, it might work towards these quantum computers, but two of them were just shut down by two corporations or something. But then people, if someone could buy one of those quantums, they could own. It's one of the most powerful AIs as well out there. It's a strange question to think about, but our hard drives are going to be SD cards, and all this is going to be being into one glass drive now, solid glass. That's gonna be crazy. Most of these probably be worked towards servers more. My opinion of thoughts, because servers, visual effects artists, game developers, big companies, even businesses, they use this for banking and also necessity needs. Maybe the average user will stick with the SD micro, because Microsoft stands for micro. They'll also be working probably for micro technologies like the micro SDs. Maybe looking into this for further technologies, because small is micro. That's the thing about Microsoft. And as well, Bill Gates, opened the industry because of Windows. And the story about how he bought DOS from a guy from Canada, but to get an operating system for making Windows possible and working. There's a whole story between when Bill and Apple, Steve Jobs, and all this. It's a long story. You can look it up. There's actually a really good story on it, a couple of movies as well within the life of those wonderful, wonderful creators, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. So as well, that's just a short topic. I would be doing this on Retro Tech or my Creative Dream on the Zimion's Global Concerns channel. But that's just, like I said, Classic Order Gameplays is becoming a podcast more as well. And we're going to just move over to the next topic. Further subject is Call of Duty. A lot of people ain't reading the rules for the Call of Duty game for Call of Duty 3 and wondering why a lot of stuff is happening. It's kind of hilarious to know that these people ain't reading the rules and coming into playing the game. And since DMZ2, they said they were working with AI technologies. Everybody's pushing to this. This is something of the future. But it's like, come on, read the paperwork. Know what's there. You're signing the agree button and agreeing to those buttons. Like Battlefield 2042, they got, if you wait 60 seconds, the AI will send a tornado, bad storm weather on top of you, lift your vehicle and throw it, even just take you right up. As well, the same thing, it will do instant kills, and with the AI, it will just come to drop if you're doing conquest or anything. A lot of stuff will start to happen on Battlefield. So AI like this is happening on Call of Duty, and Call of Duty is the ones that really picked up how to really implement this. So anybody trash talking, AI will come stronger on you. It will attack you and mow you down, as the bots, people call it. The AI figures will come at you. Two, you will also receive a muffle sound if you're using any kind of a mixer or stream format. That will also cause issues to any communications. And also, you'll make it harder for you to shoot your enemies. As well, the same if you are using any third-party controllers, you will start to have problems firing and shooting. Even softwares that will not be recommended, because using any kind of a software than using the controller or a direct keyboard that is recommended through the Call of Duty and Activision franchise, what they recommend for the players to be using, it can backfire and come at you. Now, people are using aimbots, can actually get a full ban, and also innocent people can be affected by picking up other items in some video games. Also happen in games that can't keep track of record of what's going on. But this has happened to a lot of players on other kinds of games. Torkoff is one of them, and they are fighting back now. Torkoff's finally influencing with the AI technology and everything. I'm hoping Call of Duty 4 starts to take in that, because there's a lot of hackers and aimbots on there. Now, what brings me to the attention of bringing this up and everything, because these are some of my favorite games as well. Has been a lot of problems. Anything that's hitting onto PC, anything that hits onto the internet, mostly for Steam or a Unity, what goes out there is shared by code. Things happen within hacks and also breaks of software, and sometimes it comes from developers that didn't last at the company long. So sometimes these things get leaked elsewhere, or someone develops something to destroy something. This is stuff that you don't hear about in everyday life, and it's out there on for downloads. Sometimes people find these things directly on the Google Play Store. Don't know how that gets around, but it does. Change the subject. What leads to the subject is me playing GBO2 last September. I had to delete and cut a lot of sound from it. Sorry, that did not make no sense on that one play. I will put a link below. This was me playing GBO2, just having a good time, wanted to stream and share with everybody out there. Someone must have knew my YouTube channel. It was a hack. For what I know, I have researched a few things on GBO2 there. I have people use the zombie and some of the bosses off of the simulator and the boss fights. They have modded it in and attacked people from hacks, but they do fail sometimes. And there has people have been using aimbots on GBO2, but it's rare. Since they did Steam, this stuff started to occur. I look at this with video games. I end up on Steam. It leads into a lot of modders and hackers if you're not watching your servers and protecting them. That's why GBO2 has a 3-day ban for leaving servers of any emergency or of any case. As well, I make video games. I'm afraid to put my stuff out there but things are just wild. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, well, it's just personal fun when I do these type of builds. My own computer with ZBrush and also with creating models because I'm an animator more. The other thing is within this thing, when I had this bad experience on my GBO2 during September and October, somewhere around that time, the person attacked me on head front. I wonder what happened to my team. I walked up to him and I said, what's up? Or I was trying to find out what was going on. And the kid went right at me about me and how I suck, and then went to Kakarot 197, a big Gundam reviewer that I love and a good friend out there, and I support him. And the thing was, I muted a lot of the cursing throughout the game. Once I exploded onto the game in the first round with that kid, I noticed all my stuff was missing, and there's no names, no implicating other players, but seeming as AI. So within that situation, throughout the whole battle, I muted and cut a lot of the stuff through my mixer, and then also going into battle form. By the time I let some of the sounds go through, and I did edit it because I did not want the cursing and swearing. That's why the video sounds kind of oblobbed. Before I stream, I usually do a pre-recording and upload to Twitch and then send it over to YouTube most of the time. Safer and also efficient in case of anything bad happens like this situation. And I have, like I said, I let the sound go through, but I have control on my end of my mixer. So I muted them at points in point A to point B, because a lot of cursing and swearing, negative talk to me. It also downsides like one of my favorite YouTubers. And as well, now recently, he's one of my friends on PlayStation, and I am very thankful for a wonderful Gunpla reviewer like that. And I'm hoping GBO2 could stay around for a very long time, because GBO2 is one of my favorite games and around the world by many. I'm looking forward to seeing some improvements with AI and technologies. I think Gundam GBO2 could be improved. It looked like it was something meant to be like Jump Force under the software was used. There's suggestions I would love to make, but I am not going to make because it's their game and their baby. And the game's been around since 2018, 2017, 2018, all the way to now. But like I said, whatever hits the net, things happen. And it's sometimes a scary situation when you're trapped and you just like, I want to enjoy the game. And it makes you not want to play a game because it discourages players. But I came back, and this is one of those flukes out of one in the millions. And they have very strict Japanese rules from Japan, because it's not like America where you could just do anything and get up and walk around. But like I said, Call of Duty is also fighting back now. I'm looking forward to more AI technology. I'm looking for more better ways to secure our video games, protect our fellow players and people. There are a lot of bad experiences that happen to a lot of us on our favorite video games. It could be any game. Any game, you can find a bad experience when it comes to multiplayer, and you're supposed to report it. I had no way of reporting it because there was nobody to report way it was set up, and it made me just to wonder. And I worry about, hopefully this game could last many years and more compassion be put on it every day because I like this game. It's just, I wish they had more to do in the lobby if you did have to leave an emergency, because they do put a 3D ban if you lose connection of any sort. So it's kind of a Japanese rule, but because it could affect servers. So losing a connection in case if you had a baby, or if your family member got injured, or you had to pick somebody up at the airport, you have to turn the game off, and then you're banned for 3 days because you lost internet connection or connection with the game of the server. And it's not that you have done something wrong, it's just that you have left the game. And I think that should be a tournament table. Don't change anything that it is. Leave it as it is as a play. Make it a tournament table. Make a game where you can play solo AI against, kind of like the practice mode. Make a multiplayer section. Research some other kinds of games, or even how Gundam Evolution was. You could go in and out without a problem. Just don't, I know it takes a lot more to run a server, and it takes a lot of space, and also you're trying to save money sometimes because they're expensive. But I'd like to see something in game, maybe something besides Operation Fury, which is like a awesome campaign for it. I thank you all for sitting here. My next video will be Centipede. For the Classic Quarter gameplays. Today was just a talk session because this is becoming a podcast as well. So let me know what you think. And I'm just talking my experiences for this year. Hopefully this New Year's goes well for all of you. Happy New Year's, and thank you for watching the Classic Quarter gameplays. And I send all my love to Kakarot and Moody Data, one of my other favorite YouTubers, and also Red Voin. I got a tongue twister. Well, Lily Beta and Red Wolf Voin. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but my sinuses, my cold has got me. But if you haven't subscribed anyhow, please subscribe and hit that likes. I'm a little slow today because of this cold. I've been down under the weather, but I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. Bye, and enjoy your evening. Happy New Year's! Yeah! Frosty. Super juice. Enjoy, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and check out the other videos below.